I refuse to give up on this 500% challenge. Tribal, negative brutality, granny random. Losing is fun. Kick the threat scale up. Commitment mode. Cannibal gangs, cannibal tribes. Okay. I feel like this is about the hardest setting you're going to get on Rimworld. With it still being even minimally possible to win. This looks good up here. We can get a mountainous side. Yeah, we're surrounded by enemies. One ally. It's granite and marble too right there. No caves. See if there's another one. Marble and standard. Granite and marble. I think I want marble to be the first one. I'm not sure if I care about granite so much anymore. Granite is not so much important as long now that they just ran through your base with axes and termites. We'll take the marble and sandstone. We will use our pit ideology. This all looks good. I'm gonna rename these. Fine. Ramble seems a little weird for a name for something or other. Marriage or use. Just want to review the rules again. Okay. One unit. This guy looks super dope. Super dope. Make him a little younger. Let's use a point limit. Wow. Does not give us a lot of points. How many points is that? No. I think we should go 1500, but this seems like excessively small. Faction backstories only. Cave Child? Sure. I like the Cave Child and I like the Digger, or the Healer. This one. Gives us a few points of medical. We basically want to set up plants, cooking, and some mining. We don't even care about that. We just want a few points in there. A few points in construction, and then he's going to be our main digger. That's all he's going to do later on. Put 4 points in shooting, which means we need to have him hunt early. There's not a lot of stuff on the map to hunt. Still, he needs to have that. The only stats I really care about for the miner are medic, mining, and shooting. Get a few points in plants and a few points in cooking. We're not going to have a weapon. I don't want to waste 2 points in crafting. But we'll pick one up after the first raid, which will be quick anyway. Oh, okay. This will be our girl. Or dude. This is a severely underpowered. Wow. 1,300 points. Alright. This will be a little rough, but let's do it. Oh, did I? Alright, let's save this guy. I need to check something first. I forgot to put this on there. I knew it. And let's go ahead and load him up again. Okay. Oh, somehow we have points remaining still. Oh, giving us a bigger map gave us more points. I see, because it's more difficult. Well, that helps out a bit. That means we get 2 points in crafting. Let's give us another point in construction. plants. The mining stuff will raise in time. Something that's going to raise on its own. Things that are difficult to raise are going to be this plant stuff. I don't want to give him passions in it, because they won't be doing it for very long. Until we get like a plants cooker guy. But eating food early, we're going to be getting resources, setting up the base with this guy. That's his primary job. And defense. So let's get a 7 at shooting. Okay. This looks better. I was wondering why I only have 1,300 points. Smaller map size. Okay. So, we have some land here. This isn't bad. This will be mowed down later on. We have to figure out where we're going to be situated here. There's a geyser here. That means we should start the base here and hit back. That'll mean that they'll cut through here. Okay. The geyser's good for kill boxes. Like we pretty much have to have the geyser for that. I think we start here and move back. So yeah, having grow zone here, super duper important. Doesn't have to be big. That's the point. Let's start the grow zone. Okay, so I'll leave another geyser down here too. Possible for us to just lot this off. Oh, far away from the base. They won't stop and attack this most of the time. If there is this kill box over here. This feels a little shallow base-wise. How far do we have in? We have about 90 blocks in. That's not a lot. I'd like to have a little bit more, but I could tell this is all solid mountain. There's not like any hidden pockets in there. Which are bad and good. Alright, let's get this built here. Agave should be down here. We'll wait for that to spawn. Need to gather wood resources also. Put a stockpile zone over where we're going to be cutting into the mountain. It's going to be about here. So then we'll cut ourselves some agave. The wildlife on the map, there's dromedaries on the map. We should probably hunt all those while we can. Get these all harvested and then we'll move into hunting. I did it again. God, son of a gun. I forgot to give him traits. I'm gonna start over. Like, no traits for the colonists. Dumb. No. What happens when you start in the morning? Oh, yeah. At least we can bring that character up again. It's okay. I wasn't overly fond of that map, anyway. Remind me to put the character traits on. This looks okay over here. Marble and granite. Not sure which is closer. Pirate gang or these guys. We want allies with one of these guys, but we need to be surrounded by enemies. Here would be better. We can get a mountain that's like right here. Most marble, granite, and slate. I really just want primary marble. It makes the base beautiful, which really makes a difference in the long run. Too far. This would be possible, although we won't have a lot of barbarian raids. That's the extreme desert. We will die there on this difficulty. There's like almost no way with the current way it's set up, the thumpers. And this is possible. Not the best. I really want more enemies. I want to regenerate this map. I'm going to add some more guys. We are doing 500% difficulty. Losing is fun. Rimworld. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing right now. They're magnificent, Mazar. I did it on 220% and I finished the Arco Nexus, but haven't done it on 500%. This might be good. I need these to be enemies, though. We need to be surrounded by enemies. This is closer. I want savage tribes. Be better up here. I have to get a good map placement. These guys are not enemies, that's a problem. Here would be good. No mountains. This could be good over here. There's a cannibal tribe, a fierce tribe. And there's pretty much everything we need up here. Oh, it's extreme desert though, that's right. Kinda need to be in air trembling. I want to change the seed. Let's try this again. Okay. This looks alright. They look at all this arid. Yeah, there we go. I need to find some mountains. Hey, this looks good. Maybe. 2 savage tribes there. Cannibal pirate gangs. Yeah, this could work. Maybe. Need more enemies. It's not enough. This could be good here. Hold on. Like if we get something here, this would work. We need mostly marble. I want marble to be the primary. Just 2 different ones. This is almost there. I'm going to regenerate it again. Let's see what we come up with. Yeah, this is still better. See if we can get marble and granite, or marble and sandstone. Marble, granite, and sandstone. It's just large hills. Doesn't look like what we want. Alright, another seed. We need lots of enemies around us. I want to be constantly attacked. Although we're not specifically cannibals, we do use a lot of the leather. My strategy for this difficulty is to make one long ship. The major problem with this, with the ideology expansion, is now the termite busters, or the base busters that come in and just wreck you. So you need a strategy that mitigates that. The strategy for that is to make a shaft long. Depends what ideology you're going. I am going with the mountain pain, the tunneler ideology. I'll show you our ideology in a minute. It's a bit messed up. There's marble and sandstone, and that looks good. But there's nobody around to raid us. Except, I mean, we're gonna get a lot of mech. Mech's not what I want to deal with. These are not enemy tribes. This could be better over here. Never actually used limestone, but there's caves, so relevant, isn't it? This might work. And we would get raided by this set of guys. We need to get attacked a lot because, and we want to get attacked a lot by primarily barbarians or savage tribes, because they're much easier to kill and they come in greater numbers. I mean, they come in a lot of numbers. However, butchering them all for leather provides a lot of wealth for the colony. It's really how we're going to be able to grow. I'm not expecting them to be the food source. That's not what's going to happen here. But a source of wealth, yes, absolutely. This is possible here. Let's see where else we can get. If we get more tribes around us, that'd be better. Like this down here would be nice. If we can find something in arid shrubland around this area, it'd be about perfect. Marble and slate could work. I prefer marble and sandstone or marble and granite. Marble and slate could work though. There's no caves there. Okay, it's the closest to there. We'll be raided by all these guys. I think this is a winner. Plus we'll get randomness from here. Be able to send allies here and here. We have 3 fierce tribes around us. And we have a pirate gang. So, I'm thinking this is pretty good. Okay. So our ideology is this one. Pain is virtue, darkness, tunneler, and human primacy. There's nothing too crazy here, but it does put us inside, mostly fighting bugs, trying to defend our base. And we don't have a lot of crazy stuff. I've gone with mostly social rituals for wanderers and faction games. And we're going to use our one character. Go ahead and load up the character we made. And this time we're going to make sure we add traits. We have 246 points left in this one. Let's go ahead and add industrious. Since we're going to have one pawn, we'll make him good. Industrious. I am going to go with super immune with this because I'm not sanguine, super immune. The amount of diseases you get on this difficulty are staggering. Absolutely staggering. And being super immune is pretty good. And we're going to be, I usually do Undergrounder, but I don't think we need that to start. So we're going to go with Sanguine. So hopefully she won't break, she'll be immune to diseases, and she works fast. So the primary job of this pawn is to set up the base. We have a little bit of extra points to play with. So I'm going to put a couple points into plants and cooking, one into mining, one into construction, 2 more points into shooting, and we'll get a couple points in crafting. 1 more points in plants. She's not going to be our main cook or anything, so I don't want to waste any extra points there. There's our point limit. We used 1,600 points, roughly. This social, not even going to worry about it yet. This pawn, her whole job, it's going to be hard enough to survive right now. We'll have to acquire pawns another way. The rituals allow you to acquire pawns. They are random, but this whole pawn's job is to set the base up for the rest of the pawns and get everything ready. So this is better by a wide margin than our last one. We have a set amount here. Yeah, the social is important in ideology, more so than any other expansion. However, we don't need to take care of that right now. This is good to have down here. So when we put our beds up here, this is going to be the target for all the raids. And that means that we can actually kind of block this off later and use these as our power sources. And they should bypass most of this to go to our open base. Alright, where we're going to set up at for now, we need to be near this kind of area here. The richness of the soil is super important early. It's going to cut our work for farming in half. Okay. The center of the map is really where they appear. So our shaft wants to be kind of right here. We want the most amount of shaft area that we can get without exposing ourselves too much. This being right here means that they're probably not going to cut through that. I think this is a good spot here. So we're going to set up here, the growing zone. I'm going to put it right over these cactus because I want to chop them down. And I want to store a good amount of food up. So we'll go ahead and put some rice down. I'm going to make the area a little bit bigger than I normally would because I want to make sure that we can harvest rice early. We'll go ahead and set these berry bushes and agaves to get harvested. And then we'll go ahead and cut down some wood before the beavers get here. Just get the fully grown ones. And it looks like we have a little bit of a structure here already. We're going to dig into the mountain fairly quickly. Tables are good for social. So I'm going to deconstruct probably something here and make a chair. And you want 2 social things now early. Go ahead and get this there. Let's get her to work. And always firefight, patient, doctor, all plus. No warning, no handling. Cook, grow, and plant cut are the first things we want. We want hunt, strong. Actually, hunt 2. Don't worry about any of this. We'll worry about clean. Never going to do research with her. Okay. So I want to get this rice planted first. And then we probably should do hunting as well when we get a chance to. Get the 2 points in crafting so we can get a short bow. We'll be able to survive on these plants for a couple of days. But there's going to be some stuff on the map we want to hunt, like these dromedaries, these gazelles, and that'll save us a lot of time with the planting and everything. We're going to need some time for this rice to come up. Now, they don't really like rice at all, and they don't like to be up in the daytime. So again, we need to change the schedule around too. We want her to sleep in the day, from about 10 to 8 or 11 to 8, like a night owl would. She'll wake up, she'll be hungry. Go ahead and harvest this bush. Okay. And we have our food source growing. Let's go ahead and give her some recreation with a hoopstone ring. Do a little wooden one for now. So we have some extra wood here. Okay. Now we'll be able to get some steel. We'll claim this here. And we'll build a chair there. Or a stool so she can sit down. And then we need to make a bow and get some security up. And that gives her 2 social activities she can do. I want to move this in here a little bit. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and drop the shaft back to this one. A little bit of an entrance here, and then just a little bit of a shaft in there. Okay. So she has a bow, she cannot. Our first priority here is security. So we're going to build a door here. We don't really care if it's open or not. And then we need to get at least 2 traps up. One there. And one there. A little dumping zone there. We'll clean all this up in a minute here. Once we get this indoors. We'll put it back here. This won't be a big area, but it'll be an area we can use for a while. Okay. Go ahead and put a stockpile zone here for now. Now that she's in the mountain. And these guys do not mind being back in the mountain at all. Actually, we don't put raw resources in here, though. We don't have room for anything. Except for silver and gold. This will be like our stockpile inside. So for the outside stockpile, it's all resources. Raw resources. There for now. Except for gold and silver, because they will take our gold and silver. Bastille also is probably not so great. Go ahead and make sure we don't have rotten things in there. Just need enough steel to build these traps. Okay. Put moving this stuff inside. We need to give her a sleeping spot so she doesn't sleep on these traps again. Alright. Not going to worry so much about everything else in there for now. We do need to get this stuff inside right now before it deteriorates. So there's an iguana that's gone mad. It's not a problem for us. I'd rather not use the trap here. We can kill the iguana. Not a problem. But plus we're super immune, so we don't worry about infections so much. There we go. Okay, so let's let her go eat something. Our next item on the block here is going to be a butcher table. We have enough food for one more day here. I don't want to go too far out getting food. We need enough wood. We have enough wood for a butcher table. Okay. So, first thing is a butcher table, and then we're going to do a stove after that. I don't want to waste any meat that we're going to get. Oh, that's the problem with botching your construction. We have a little bit more food here. We can butcher this iguana. That'll provide us with another little bit of food once this is built. By that time we're done with the iguana, the rice will be up. Another iguana over here we can kill. And then we have the dromedaries, which we should probably get. We're going to need to do one of the rituals here very soon. Let's go ahead and add these bills on here. It's important to set that in radius so you don't get yourself killed. Okay, I'm going to build a lectern also so we can have a good ritual. We need to haul some of these out. Or just make more room. This is enough steel for now. I'd be really careful about how much wealth you generate early. Okay, now we can do this Moral Jubilee. We don't have a pew, but that's okay. Alright, that wasn't great, but it's not terrible. We have enough food for one more day. And then we'll be able to harvest this rice. And this is why it's important that we have this rich soil. So now, it doubles the speed of the growth, not just 40%. If you look at rice, my normal rice would be only about 60%, 50% right now. It really, really does a lot. Okay. We're going to pretty much drop this shaft all the way back now. Now that we have a source of food. We're going to stockpile food and keep moving this stuff back. We want to be isolated from any kind of temperature changes. Let's go ahead and make some plants here. So let's drop this back here. It's the wall where we can go to. We need to make sure that we have 11 by 11 rooms here. With 2 space walls in between them, at least. 11 by 11. And another 11 by 11. Okay. But these will be our main 3 rooms in the back. This is a good amount of shaft space. I mean, I'm happy with the amount of shaft space we have. Looks like we have some sort of pockets over here. Not too worried about that. Provided that this is all under the mountain, we'll be in good shape. And we got a good amount of rice now. The goal here is that we don't ever have to really go out of the mountain. Let's get all this rice inside. We should also probably get wood up, since we have the opportunity to, before beavers come and raids really come. Wood's cheap, and now we have a source of food. Let's just gather all the wood we can. Wood becomes really hard to come by later on. Once the beavers start coming out, they don't stop coming out. And then it's just Beaver City all day. Banana trees constantly die. So let's just get all the wood we can right now. Yeah, we're going to have to build a stove next. And that's another reason why we need all the wood. Because it's going to be a while before we have electricity. Like, quite a while. The toolkit's not enabled. It got to be too crazy. Do I make a ventilation? No, I just go deeper into the mountain. The mountain will prevent you from getting overheated. I mean, you can. I can build one of these passive coolers and use it when I'm inside. But I find that just getting these rooms up. If I'm in the back room here, this is going to be really cool. Doesn't matter what the temperature outside is going to be. It could be 50, 60, 70 degrees. It'll be 23 degrees under here, 24. Toolkit's not enabled. Look, it got too crazy with the difficulty we're playing at. If we were playing normal difficulty, it would work out, but we're not. It just meant like the events were constant. Like every 15 seconds there was another event of some sort, of some disaster. It was impossible. It was unworkable. I couldn't really do much with it. Stove's next. When we get some of this morass out. Once we get the wood up, we'll be okay. This is the reason why we kind of make this guy more of a plant guy. Because he has to get all these resources ready for the colony. Especially when you're starting out with one guy who's tribal with nothing. But I want to get all of this wood. Alright, you gotta get it. You actually have to get it all in, buddy. Okay. Now we're gonna have a nice setup there. This needs to be moved because it's gonna get set on fire. And marble is pretty important for this mountain base. A lot of people like to use granite, but marble, it might be softer, but when you smooth the walls, they have 2 beauty instead of 1 beauty. Which means that your colonists are going to be a much, much better mood the entire time. And how you lose in this game is breaking. When you break, or I mean, you can get ground down by raids, but breaking is really what kills you. You can't command your pawns. Oh, gazelle, self-tamed, nice. Means we can just go slaughter that thing. Now let's put a little bit of handle here. Where's our gazelle here? Okay, let's go slaughter that thing. Oh, you're hauling. Maybe you should butcher that. Oh, that's right. I don't have the radius on for it. Let's go ahead and put a stomach stockpile here for fresh corpses, and we'll haul that right now. This is something that we can't really wait on, because other animals will eat that. I'm not sure, but I think meat is a little bit safer than plant stuff. Alright, so we're getting the last of the wood in. Cool. Maybe we should wait on harvesting this. If we don't harvest it, though, it'll rot. So let's go ahead and get it harvested. We'll just extend this out a little bit for now. We really need to get these rooms back here done. There's several reasons for that. One of them is the heat wave that's going to come. It means we also need to deconstruct all this stuff. We won't be able to actually build any doors. All the doors need to be made of granite or marble. And you'll find out why later on. That's nice to have right here. That's like 15 components and 200 or 180 steel. get this rice inside. We probably don't need so much rice. However, if we rescue anyone, or we have, when we get new people in, there's a lag time between when we are able to actually build more food. So having that ready now is overall going to be better. Okay, good. She has plenty of food now. And I don't want to, if I get seized or something, it's not like we can leave the base right now. So basically, I usually have a ritual and game room. Then I have the kitchen slash hospital set up. Because both rely on sterile. And then we have the storeroom in the back. And then I branch out from there. And then we start cutting stone and we're smoothing the base out. Let's just get the basic base done. So let's get the stove in. We're getting cooked food. Oh my goodness, there's a whole area back here. That is both bad and good. We have a geyser though. That's interesting. It is very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and complete this shaft. That is kind of bad because they're going to kind of punch through here. Let's see how this works. We might have to like break up this whole thing. We might do all of it. Is any of this arable? Do we have actual real arable soil here? Wow. So we're going to move the, we'll move this into here for now. That is nice to have, and as long as we have the shaft here, we should be okay. Alright, so structure-wise, we're going to need to shore this up a little bit. And put a granite door here. Let's go ahead and get this wall done. And this wall. This door. Okay. Now we're still indoors. Slaver. Nice. Okay. Whoops, we need this to be rice. Now, we don't usually get things, but sometimes we can get free stuff from them. So we're not actually going to sew this one anymore. We don't actually need that. We can just use this one here. I'm not sure how this is going to work out now. We might want to move this whole thing this way. Because the termites are going to come in this way. And they're going to come down here. And this isn't enough shaft area. This can be a good kill box here, though, later on. But I really would rather have some extra shaft space here, because this is not a lot of area. Move this whole thing over. Let's just move it all over. Now that we know that we have this area, this is workable. So we'll go ahead and plan this out now. Down to about there. And yeah, that'll be better. 11 by 11. Spots and leather, 11 by 11. Spots and 11 by 11. Okay. This will give us a bit more to work with. Because this is not going to work from this point. This is a lot of extra shaft space that we can use now. I need to see how the termites are going to come in. Because they might just blow through this whole area now. Or they might just decide to come through here and then through. You never know. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. And we will later on... whoops. It's that one. Later on we will add more shafts this way around. But we can have the actual rooms here. They'll come this way. I hope. I need to add bills here. So we need to start making simple meals. We have 2. That's fine. Make them anything. Any meat's fine. We're not picky. Here we go. Now she's got meals, which means she won't go crazy. This should drop off, and this should drop off. These are pretty bad modifiers for her to have, but once you get the cooked food up, it's not so bad. Okay, so this is a pretty decent shaft amount. I need to see how the termites are going to come in, though. We get a good spot here. We'll go ahead and the rest of this as we build our storeroom up. The mining goes up really quick, so I'm not too worried about putting too many points into it. Medical's a little tougher, so with shooting. Plants goes up fast, too. We have a weapon. I think this is a pretty solid start. And we just need to get this. These will be 3 main rooms ready. I would like to build more traps in this area. Let's make a dumping ground for the chunks. And let's get these all hauled out. So clear us some space for traps. I need another trap here. Okay. I'll move this table over too. And while we're at it, I guess we'll move this in the back here. And we might as well move this stuff too. Just move all of it. See what Randy gave us. Bunch of boom rat meat. I don't think we need the boom rat meat now. It's not really worth going over there for. It's gonna spoil quickly. We have plenty of rice. I could sell some of it. We get a trader in. The first raid's coming soon, so I'd like to get some more steel up also. I'd like to, I think let's just have the party now. Okay, 10 Goodwill, Northeast Dara. I think that's these guys, yeah. Those are the guys we want to ally with. Got plenty of wood. This is enough wood to last us for until we get to electricity, I think. Plus we have some more wood back here. If an anima tree spawns back here later, that will be really good. And we might want to chop it down. Now, if we can find it, it must be in the mountain somewhere. There's always an anima tree. I don't see it anywhere. Is it somewhere inside one of the mountain areas? Go ahead and get this all in. This stuff too. Move all this out of here. Might as well get the rest of this. This will just be the first security shaft. We need to keep these doors open though, so that people come through here. If they don't find a path to your bed, they will start hacking through things. They actually start hacking through things anyway now, but more likely to. No, we don't need that zone anymore. I'm gonna make sure she eats cooked food since we're doing all this hauling. Alright, there's our first raid. It's one dude with a bow. Seems fine. So this guy's gonna die very quickly. Alright, there's the end of that. And he brought us medicine. We don't really need, but he did bring us a better bow. So, I am happy about that. And for that, I thank him. Traps are the best way to deal with these early raids. In fact, everywhere we build in our base is going to be traps because of infestations. And you'll see how we deal with a lot of the infestations later. Infestations are one of the main reasons. The termite raids and the infestations are how you die. How I die. Dang, we got all the wood saved. Nice. Chop these down after. I think you should butcher. Oh, you're not set to butcher humans? Oh, well, I gotta change that. There we go. Human leather is exceedingly important for us. Alright, so far so good. Now we can just start building the shaft, since we're all, contained in this area. Human leather is worth quite a bit, especially when you start making it into dusters later. Or parkas. It has a value of 4.2. Plain leather has a value of 2.1. It's twice as valuable as plain leather. Okay. And it has good value. A lot of the people don't like wearing it, but that's not a problem for our guys. We're not exactly cannibals. We're not exactly not cannibals. She has no problem consuming human meat at all. But anyone who joins our organization here, you know, here's the heat wave. We can just put a cooler in here, or we can get these rooms done. We're gonna have to do the cooler thing though, because we had this. We're not gonna be able to get back there fast enough. So let's build the cooler. We have lots of wood this time. It'll keep this nice and cool. That's all we need. She can get a little heat stroke in the day. It's fine. When she goes to sleep, it'll go away. We do need to close the doors though. Otherwise, you'll let the heat out. Let's get this door closed until we get a raid. Because it'll bring the temperature down. If you have the doors open, the temperature tends to equalize with what's outside. But her having heat stroke, it'll go away very easy. All right, this is one of the best events we can get because it'll give us Glitter World medicine. And we don't really care about the weather so much. To be fog's not bad for us, actually. However, getting 6 Glitter World medicines right now is going to be super important if we get any colony members. Not so much for her. Like, she just needs doctor care because she's super immune. However, if we get any new colonists, infection is one of the leading causes of death for us. Okay, good job. So now we're in the point where we can just build this stuff out. And I like to build from the back out once we get there. And do we need blocks? We have 20 blocks. It's not quite enough for a door. Who Abro is, I don't know. In fact, we'll be moving everything into this secondary room here once it's done. Let's build that out first, actually. We'll cancel this for now. We'll build the secondary room out, move everything in there, so we don't have to trudge back and forth. And once we get doors on all this area, this whole place will be nice and cool. We need a door there. We need a door here. The amount of doors you have between things makes a difference between what temperature it's going to be. It's 32 here. It's 36 outside. 31. It'll get cooler and cooler the farther back we go, and the more insulation we have. Alright, the doors are closed also. This whole area is dirty. We're going to get sick a lot. We better clean some of this up. Okay. Getting sick for her is not so much of an issue with these guys because they like the pain. But it's not great. You'll eventually just be the crack rat, but for now, just gonna have to do everything. Heat wave is over, that's good. I know. You'll be sick for a bit now. It's fine. I didn't make her a jogger, but that's fine. I like the undergrounder trait, but I couldn't work it in this early. She needs to be sanguine. She doesn't break so easy. We don't want tainted stuff in here. That's really bad to have. This is our main stockpile template, so we will need this to be non-biocoded and non-tainted. There. When we move this stuff out, that'll be left behind, then that's okay. So we could just build a little zone here for stockpiling the taint. Allow tainted and not allow clear, and we just let the stuff rot outside. Let me just move this out. Yeah, these things are ugly when they're around. It's -19. So everything that isn't beautiful affects your colonists in a negative way. So you want it out of the way in the main areas. We have to make this whole area quite beautiful. And we will. Takes a bit of time. The next pond we need to get is going to be a intellectual pond. Chickens are amazing. However, we need pens, and then we have to do a lot of things to feed them. We can't really afford to do chickens. We don't do animals when we're indoors. There's no real way to deal with it. I guess we could feed them fungus. I mean, chickens are great, but it's a lot of things we don't have time for. We have a certain amount of things that we can do, we have to do. And ending chickens is probably not one of them. So, normally I do like this deserter quest. However, given the fact that we're never really going to be able to come out of our base at some point, going to do the quest is difficult. Oh, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to hope we find the anima tree and that it appears near us. Eventually, if it dies enough, there's the anima tree. We should probably cut it down now. We can't have it here. Let's cut it down and see if we can get it to appear here. Yeah, there's a screen. It does piss everybody off. It was -6 for 5 days. But right now we can handle that. We have initial optimism. We are extremely low. Well, I guess the optimism's gone. We have extremely low expectations. Now it's time to get this room after we move all this stuff over. Carbopods. Don't really care. I don't want to increase the colony wealth too much either. First thing we need to do is just kind of move all this stuff over. So there's another raid, which is fine for us. Open the doors up. Okay, so there's one dude here. I'm not going to worry too much. You need to open the doors, but that's about it. that takes care of the whole raid. Let me start moving this stuff over. Go ahead and put it here for now. Beginning their assault, blah blah blah. Oh no, he's got a knife. The president dude is gay. No. They bring us to smoke leaf though, and smoke leaf is drugs are good. Dang, in this game. So you know. Drugs are really good. Drugs are really good. So every couple days, or every 3 days, usually keeps us out of addiction range. There's a safe amount for each drug. And we want to make sure we only use it if an emergency. They're below 25%, they can use drugs. That usually keeps them from any kind of big break. Just gonna bleed out all over here. I don't care. Die. Human leather, please. Like to haul. Die. Put your hand. The leather is the most important part of this. In fact, with that leather, we can go ahead and make rifle. Where? Are you really below? Shouldn't be using it for recreation. That smoke leaf joint is actually pretty precious. Okay, so it should make a travel wear, which is, yes, it's awful. It's terrible, but kind of needed. Okay, let's get all this stuff inside. Oh, we don't have to bring the human meat in. We have to do everything else. We can start saving these people. We'll have them joining, but that's okay. I think we'll just get some faction. Having allies can save you a lot of the response. Calling them. Balls for nothing. And that's an easy save too. I mean, increases our medical a little bit. Get all this stuff open. She's got an infection, which is unfortunate. But I'm not about to use any of my medicine on this. It's going to be too valuable later on. Okay, she's not incapable of walking, which means that if we do this right now, we should be able to get her to leave. And just leave the map before that infection takes hold. We got her in time that she can still move. Hopefully she just moves off the map before this infection gets crazy. She won't. Well, she looks like she is outrunning it a little bit. But she won't be my problem once she leaves. As long as this doesn't get too extreme. I think she would have beat it, geez. The DPS as expected. Okay. I have to set up that. We should build a pew this time. Unless I get off the map. 80% she's gonna collapse, maybe. Okay, she's off the map. Excellent. That's all we needed. 16 points of faction. Let's go ahead and move. Okay. And we'll get more security out of it. That means we can also start to get some traps built in here. That ought to be enough. Okay. In fact, we may want to put a little smoke patch in here. Now that we have the skill for it. We actually have the skill for Psychoid, which is actually better. Let's do that. Psychoid Plants is probably a better one. Doesn't have that negative movement penalty to it. Okay, human leather, got it. Lots of rice. We're in good shape. Basics of the base done. We build this pew and these traps. We really won't have to leave the base for a while. We might have to kill that guy. He's gonna start eating our food. Alright, we need another place for chunks. So we'll put chunks up there. Stone chunks, we need to get these chunks out of here. Or else they are going to mess up our traps. Can have that. We need this nice shaft here. I would prefer to have had a much longer shaft, but didn't know this was here. This geyser is nice to have. It's going to be really nice to have later. Okay. At least this is all under the mountain. Right. It's time to clean up a bit. So let's go ahead and do this ritual. Start an altar, which we could just build an altar right now. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Ideogram. bit of work, but at least it's only steel. I know we have 2 festivals we need to do. So, another raid. And, kind of need to keep this door open. But once we open the door, that's all we have to do. Provided he's not nimble. The nimble ones are the problem ones. This guy's saying, okay. Just gonna wreck himself on a trap. What he does have, though, is clothes. They're not great clothes, though. It's a club, but we're not going to need that. But we need to actually make the dumping stockpile. About right here now. Hold on. I think this is just corpses, yeah. Copy that. Delete it. Paste it there. Now we can just move the corpses in. Or for profit. 1 penitent for advanced component. Absolutely. Okay. Where we make these traps. And let's get this shipwright hauled off. Okay. Have to do the deep fiesta. Now it's at 85%. Fantastic. Boring deep fiesta. Well, it happens. Things are going pretty well now. We need to trap a lot of this out here. This is a problem, and I have to deal with it. Like now, I can't have him eating my food. So, we have traps. He's a jogger, though. We gotta make sure that we stay a bit away. What is his? He has 2 in melee, I have 0. There we go. Go get some there, Basilicus. You come into my house and eat my food without permission. He's avoiding my traps. Wow. Okay, you don't have a weapon. She's a pretty good shot. Yeah, no doubt, right? Does that. Okay. We are not a kind people. Enough of that. We'll be moving a lot of this indoors soon. Okay. Yeah, we're never doing the realm. Probably won't even do any of the quests, honestly. I mean, I finished the Archonexus. I'm not too worried about the storyline. Alright, let's stop hauling chicken legs, please. want clean. I think we just need to clean everything up. Hey there, Amberlo. Is that for me or for Mazar? There. You mean ideology, Amberlo? Is that question for me or for Mazar? Ideology is a big expansion. I'm going to clean all this up. Get everything cleaned up. Better. There we go. Huh. We're on the toughest difficulty too. This is losing is fun at 500%. Oh. Yeah, this is not an easy difficulty. I'm gonna move the hall to 4. Okay, this is our first relic, and this relic's really important to get. This is the plasma sword. Now, yes, it doesn't have the greatest DPS, but the fire is so good against infestations. Okay. We're going to have this Festival of Earth. After we butcher this up, let's have it now. Let's go ahead and mine out the storeroom now. And so we can really get this... Oh, jeez, this is the 3rd bad festival. Yeah, we got food, we got drugs, we got living space, we have some security. Now it's time to make the base beautiful. We get these 2 roads done. We're not going to do this room yet. I'm not going to worry about it yet. We're going to get these 2 rooms back here. The storeroom's important. The main room's important. These rooms are not yet important. They will be. Actually need to run a wall there. I've actually used a lot of slate. And I wish this was marble. I punched back in there because it was supposed to be marble, but what are you gonna do, right? Stuck with slate. Marble's really beautiful. Slate's not that great. These don't have any beauty. Okay, let's just get this done. I'm gonna start cutting all this blocks in. Alright, so another one dude. Fine. These 1-man raids. Oh, this is part of the quest, I think. Yeah, that's part of the quest we're doing. We're gonna get our advanced component after this. Okay. Oh, this is the one. We're getting double rated. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We're gonna be fine. And we have more than enough traps here. There's no way they're getting through ever. Yep, come on down. There's one. Oh, another one. Well, I guess we got 3 raids by them. That's fine. Alright, there's our advanced component, which is something we're going to need later. 50 silver and some bodies. Human leather is quite valuable. As you know, I'm very partial to it. And this is going to fill up very quickly. Oh, we got a bulk distributor. That is great. We can sell off this human leather. We can't really do anything with it until we get a crafter. That's good for them to be there. She wakes up. We'll let her go trade. Okay. We can sell some of this rice off. I wish we could have sold that dromedary meat off before it rotted, but what are you going to do? Let's sell off 400 of this rice. We have way too much rice. We can sell off this chicken egg. It's just laying around somewhere. Sell off all this stuff too. Don't ever sell the wood. Sell these pants. If they had a duster, I'd take that, but really don't. I don't think we really need much else. Cloth is something that we don't really need yet. I think we just want the money for now. We want to buy going to be industrial medicine later. Let's get all this stuff situated and butchered up and safe in the base. Selling off the old rice was going to rot anyway. So that dromedary is going to die to these guys. A little time for the spoil. Yeah, the human leather is quite valuable. That's why we get it up there. So we have a gift of a wooden slice cap and a blindfold. Okay. A slice cap is something we can use right now. Get a little bit of armor and a little bit of insulation. Heat. Not much, but it's something. I like the fact we have these berry bushes back here for emergencies. Let's harvest that. And this. It's really nice to have this plot of land here. This presents some unique opportunities and challenges. This kind of configuration here. Means we don't have a lot of actual mountain to work with, but we have a lot of extra space here. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. Really all going to depend on what the termites do. Now we can focus on finishing this up. Could have sold the human meat to the bulk trader also, as well as the dromedary meat. That's okay. We're good on food. I'm not too worried about it. Could have sold the hens. Kind of been smart. Now we can't build past this line. I've made it there because the line you can build is right there. We need to be able to smooth everything so we can run power. We're not doing anything with Garland pods. Those are the cave guys. Okay, we're almost ready. Okay, not worried about human meat. Could arrest this guy, and depending on how good he is, Ironwood kind, a decent pawn. Although I don't really need the not caring part. If we take too many pawns on right now, it's gonna skyrocket our wealth, and the attacks are gonna be brutal. However, if we keep it small right now, we can get all this stuff done relatively easily until we get another pawn that we really need. We really need an intellectual pawn next. And or merchant means we can sell off all this junk we have lying around. So let's go trade with him. We have another trader coming up. Yeah, so all this junk that we have lying around here. Don't need. War merchants typically also have medicine. If we could grow herbal medicine, it's not the best, but it's better than nothing. In the case that we get an extra dude here. Let's see if they have any armor. Nothing much there. It's okay, we'll just sell off all this stuff here and get a couple medicines in preparation for later. So this pawn's all about preparing everything. We're preparing the way for later on. But this is the other visitor here. She's leaving already. I want to make sure and get her. Because she will have this. And that is super important to get. That medicine is going to be a lifesaver for somebody. Not me, because she's super immune, but somebody else. Hey, they give us 129 silver. Awesome. Okay. Now we get to clean up. Put this all into here. Now this will be out of the way. Start moving all that in there. After all this is clean, then we'll start making chunks. Or making rock from all this chunk. Because we need to clear all this stuff out of here. All this chunk needs to be converted into bricks. The hard part hasn't come yet. That'll be later on when the termites start arriving. We can mitigate some of it with traps, but we can't use too much of our steel too early. So we're not going to have much left. I can't go mine it because it'll draw more people in early, which will cause us to use more steel. Which will, and it just ends up being bad. Okay. So, we're going to build a stonecutter's table. Right about there. Get all this stuff moved into the other room. And here's another raid. So, how many people this time? Now it's 2. This guy's got a steel gladius. It's not an inexpensive weapon. Got a flak jacket though. That would be nice to get if we can get it before he dies. They're gonna stick around for a little bit before they attack. That's okay. Just want to get this all in the storeroom before we do anything else. These are small raids are not an issue here. Oh, this is the guy we want the gear from. No, it's not. Now let's go strip him anyway. We'll go ahead and move him out. More money? They bring us in the herbal medicine, which I do like. Finally got some psychoid in. That's gonna be nice. Plant matter goes in here though. It does not go out here. So we want to make sure this doesn't deteriorate. Having psychoid tea around is going to ensure that we don't break. Super important. And some of the rice is rotting, that's okay. Go ahead and make this all this tea. Now let's mix this tea. Worst weather for Kutseka. I don't want to do this until we get the +8 one. Back for that amount of honor. And low on steel, which means I need to do a little bit more. I try and get the steel away from the base for now. It's going to be harder and harder to get it later on. Okay, Space Drone Intel Hack. These are actually quite easy to do early. And if you fail, you get 4 components, so I'm going to do this now. And what I should be doing is eating and then going to hack. And then resting in between raids. Which we'll do right now, actually. I'm not sure this raises her... Yeah, it does. It raises her interactual. Wow. I mean, she's not a great hacker. Oh, that's kind of bad. That's the kind of thing that could kill us, actually. We need to run back to our base. And I would actually close the door here. I hope this dromedary goes and attacks the raider that's coming. Yeah. So, yeah, that raider's going to come down, which means that dromedary should head up there. Start attacking him, hopefully. We can't really fight a dromedary. It's okay for that to fail. We'll have another chance, but we get 4 components and 50 uranium. Just for failing the quest, so not a bad idea. And this dromedary means that we're not going to get attacked for a while. I like that. Okay, we need to start. We need to get rid of all these chunks, and we'll start smoothing the base out a bit. We only have a 5 in construction, but that's okay. The speed at which we do this is not that important. Well, okay. I guess we're all set up for the Manhunter pack anyway. Let's wait on this, because if we get a Wanderer, I don't want them to have to deal with the Manhunter pack. Okay. So, Advil, make any blocks. Do forever. Important to set these radiuses so your guys don't go out and get themselves killed. About 64 should be good. It's about down to here. Oh, I didn't get these guys butchered. That sucks. But that's okay. You set a zone for rotten corpses over here. I like to keep this as beautiful as possible. Man hunting raccoons. Yeah, that's fine. We're not rescuing their aggro. We're barely ever going to leave the base now. Playing Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, don't care about any of those animals. Can I even believe they're still here? Bonding's disapproved in our society. Okay, now they can rot out here. The anima tree's here now. We're going to want to cut it down again. I need it to spawn in here. That's where I need it to spawn. If I can make it spawn in here, I can get all of them to start meditating in it and slowly build up all of them into Psycasters. All of them. The more guys you have meditating on it, the better it gets. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that seems to be over now. Man, these guys are sick. Okay, so let's cut this tree down. Bring all these components. I'm not going to take the uranium in yet. Yes, it's good to make things bad with, but it'll increase the value of the colony. The components will deteriorate. I don't want to lose the components. It's always something that you need to have. Yep, this will cause a scream. She won't like it, but we need to get rid of that now. Try and get it to spawn in here. If we're ever going to use it, it has to be in here. It's the only way we can protect it from beavers. You have all these spaceship chunks up here. Alright, girl, you need to start crafting. So put that as the number 3. She's doing too much cleaning at this point. Combat supplier, cool. Northwest East Arrow means that that's more medicine. Any trading we do right now is going to be a net loss because of the difficulty settings. That's good for us because we can get this down. Oh, Monosword is awesome. We want Masterwork ones though. Steel plate armor is something that we could pick up. Frag grenades. I think we're just going to take the medicine and trade down our wealth. We're going to just save up for a rainy day, basically. 20 medicine is good to have. Plus 6 glitter rolls. Yep, that's fine. Let them all die. Go ahead and get the steel up here. So that'll be enough steel for now. Like I said, I don't want to use the steel I have in the base yet, or over here. I definitely don't want to break this down. This corridor is half our defense right now. Okay, we need to have this done. We have 1 more 2 days. It means we need to do it now. Alright, so we got a fun one. Let's pretend more faction. And it removes that -3 debuff. Oh, after we get this steel mined out here. I'm not going to mine all of it. I'm just going to mine this much for now. This might already be too much. Hey, you need to haul the stuff first, kid. No point in mining it if you're not going to bring in the base. Okay. Should get that stuff done, and then she'll start cutting chunk. It's important that we have enough, a decent reserve of steel near the base for traps. Sometimes we're going to get several raids in a row. We just won't have time to restock. It's slow going when you have one pawn doing everything. But we gotta be really picky about who we let into the colony right now. Because one person can wreck everything. They break, they go on an insulting spree, then your main pawn has like -30 to her mood, and she breaks and decides that she's gonna leave the colony, and that's it. It didn't happen that fast. I tried to get my main pawn to be a researcher also, but it just ended up being too difficult at this level. Did not have enough time to do everything. We barely have enough time to get what we've done. Getting this base set up. Cutting chunk out. Getting farming set up. Very soon, though, we'll be able to plan the rest of the base out. While she's cutting chunk, let's do some more planning. We're going to need many hallways. And the first hallways we need are like around here. Like so. And they need to come down all the way back like this. This will allow us to have many more different ways to go around the base. Send this out this way. Then we need rooms. The main thing we need are bedrooms first. So bedrooms need to have one space between them. 6x6s are decent. We can build a few 6x6s here. I like to put a corridor here also. Which means we need more 6x6s. This will give us about 5 rooms here. Yeah. So about 5 rooms there. And then we need to have the... Actually, we can move this over one. And this is why we plan things out like this. Let's move this whole thing. I'm not sure why I didn't put this down there. Okay. So 6x6 is here. That'll give us a little bit extra room. There, we can put the corridor here. I need to have this relatively close to this area. We could put the fungus rooms on this side, since we're not really going to be able to build that much. Stash of valuables, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, there'll be rooms there. The rooms have to be this way so that the termites don't cut in through here. And we have an ancient danger, it looks like, right here. So again, we're not going to want to actually build anything this way, I don't think, for a while. Might put production rooms or something there later. Possible. The bedrooms need to be on this side, because the AI will go after bedrooms first. Okay. Maybe we just put 3 rooms here. I don't quite have the amount of rooms I want. Space I want on this side. It might be better to put a 10x10 here. Then let us extend this out that way. I think that's better. Okay, but for the back here, we're going to want to put... we need 2 spaces of room here. And then these are going to be where we're going to put the fungus rooms. So this will be not there. We need 2 spots in between them. This needs to be, it's an 11 by, and we need one more here. Okay. There's that 11 by 11. 2 spots between them, and another 11 by 11. Okay. We need room there and one there. Remove these plans. Actually, we'll put the Molotov area here. I like to keep Molotovs near the fungus rooms so that we can burn them out. You need to just drop this on the floor. This is way too inefficient. Transport, that could be someone we need. Underground or slow learner plants. We don't really want to anyone with bad traits at this point. There you go, Grayson. That's better. Gay. Cutting Chuck is the same speed for everybody, I believe. Once we get all this chunk cut, we'll be in better shape. I'm not a big fan of steel doors in the mountains. We're going to want to move to slate doors as soon as possible. So we have a wander potential. However, these kinds of wanderers you get to view first. So let's see who he is. Generally you get to view. I don't see him anywhere. I don't know if he is our faction though, which is a giant problem. If we introduce somebody into the colony that is not a part of our faction, because we are intensely bigoted, it means that we'll get a mood debuff. Now, if they are the same faction, we'll get a mood bonus, though. However, I don't think we're going to be able to take this guy, not knowing what he is. I don't want to have to banish him. And if he's not the same ideology, which he won't be, having to convert him is a pain in the ass. So we want to capture guys, or we want them to join through our rituals. We just cannot have anyone in the colony that isn't going to produce. Wow, there's a lot of berry bushes that are growing now. That was a good reserve source of food. Again, this is the same thing. Thank you. So I'm going to reject this too, for the same exact reason. Alright. This chunk's not important right now. Let's suspend this. What is important is getting this base beautiful. So, smooth all the floors first. The floors we know we will always need smooth. The walls, it's another story. We're going to waste a lot of metal if we try and kill everything that comes in. So for manhunter packs, we just close the door. Then there'll be natural defense from any raids that we might get, like this one. So, this guy's going to attack. He's going to run into 2 Arctic wolves. Oh, chick died. No problem. Not an issue. You don't care about the chickens. She's busy smoothing floors. Yep, here's the end of that guy. This wolf will die. Maybe even this wolf. Yeah, they're both going to die. Sport pod crash. Super immune, Wimp, and Ugly. Now, Wimp isn't as bad as you think it's going to be, because it causes them to go down easy. Sure, when they're sick, they tend to stay in bed a lot. But for combat pounds, it's not so bad. However, we didn't really have anything we need. So, he's not a suitable candidate either. We will take... we're going to take this now because it locks in the difficulty at 1. So, I need to complete like 5 of these successfully to get the relic location. Okay, so we can open this door up. This is actually not rotting. Awesome. She's still fresh too. We'll take that corpse in also. Move this silver. These beggars can just sawed off. Although we could arrest them. Body Pierce, Bloodlust, Kind. Good medic, but not it. You're looking for a good intellectual pawn now. Alright, let's get this indoors and we'll do the ritual. The best place for the anima tree to appear would be up here. Alright, let's have the ritual then. The Moral Jubilee. Wow, we're just not having great luck with these rituals. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Check Discord for a second. Some things. Okay, so we got another raid. But there's probably 2 guys this time. Just one more. Excellent. As we keep our value low, we'll just keep these 1-man raids. As long as we keep trading out our resources for less, we'll usually keep it low. Let's see if this guy's worth anything. Not really. Chemical interest is not amazing, but it's not so bad once we have Psychite T up. Destress is good, but there's no real value here for this pawn, and he's kind of messed up with a peg leg and a lung destroyed. So, not gonna worry about this guy. Do you have anything to wear? No. Ugh, garbage. Go ahead and eat him. Or flay him for his leather. Being in the mountain, we don't worry about a lot of things like fallout, ash, cold snaps, heat waves. Pretty much just ignore all that. Mortars. That's the big one. This has to be done slowly, though. This guy is a jogger. He's lazy, and that's a really bad trait. Let's go ahead and get this guy in here. Ambrosia is okay. It has a little bit of food value plus the mood buff. But getting addicted to drugs is a bit rough. You got to use your drugs sparingly, but you also have to make sure to use them as you don't want your guys to break. And if they have break risks, they might go on binges. And if they go on binges, then it's a big problem with getting addictions. We're not ready for more traps in here. We will build more traps in here, but just not yet. Now, we're going to need to, depending on how the termites come in, might need to put some traps up through this way and around here. Again, depending on how they come in. I feel like I want to be safe and put some stuff through here. Just in case. We can always move them later. Oh yeah, we need to harvest these too. We have the chance. Check our wood. Wood takes a long time to deteriorate. We have silver here. I'm gonna refrain from just mining the silver. It doesn't have a ton of value. I'd rather have the silver block there at 1500 hit points. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be not fast, but we are going to get it all done. Once we get into the pond, it'll be a little easier. We may want to go ahead and build the research bench now and prepare for our other pond to come in. I think that's something I want to do now. Okay, so we have some basic traps up here that we can move around if a termite comes. That's pretty important too. This bedroom is awful right now, but it won't be for very long. Let's clean some of this trash up. Okay. Now it's just mediocre. Oh, yeah. A bit dirty, but that'll clean up the more we smooth things. Having access to this arable soil makes it so much easier. It's a lot harder when you have access to only this, 100%, or even 70. And the food routing's not an issue. I mean, we want to keep our wealth down. So somehow, oh, she's recreation deprived. We need to. It must mean we must have passed a wealth barrier now. Yeah, we did. Or we built a production facility. We need to get the other herb board game in now. We'll build an herb board game here. A food binge is fine. It's not the worst thing. And this isn't a major break. She had a very minor break. So this should not last very long. Plus we are deep in the mountain. Surrounded by traps. So not too much of an issue. The major issue we may have to face soon is an infestation. So again, we should probably get ready for that. That'll be enough to get ready for an infestation. Just like 10 or 12 traps. Depending on where it happens. If it happens here, it's fine. If it happens here, it's not so fine. Means we need more steel. Again. So let's get some more steel in between these raids. Sometimes it's easier with one pawn, but most of the time it's not. I'm going to go up to 3 males, I think. Cargo pods. Kibble. I don't really think we need kibble. Pawns really do not like eating it. And we don't plan on having animals, so. Hey, a bulk goods trader. They'll have... I tend to buy steel whenever I can from bulk goods traders. Because you need so much steel. And until you get... deep drilling, it's very difficult. Oops, don't need that. I need to keep those two. We do need one more of these, but we can only get that from an exotic trader. We can sell this hen off that's left. So I'm going to buy steel here. This will get our wealth down. Maybe 200, I guess. Maybe 240. Yeah, I'll buy 240. To get our wealth down. Allow us to complete these traps. Plus won't use the wealth that's on the map. This might put her back to normal expectations. Oh, she's still very low. Your expectations are based basically on colony wealth. So I think once we pass this line here, expectations went up, maybe. I'm not sure the exact numbers. Alright, that give her another thing to do. Alright, I think we need to do the... Well, we don't have to mine now. We have a little bit of steel. We'll just keep that over there for now. Getting this room to be impressive is probably more important. Spacecraft intel hack again. Awesome. That's just going to take that for 4 more opponents. Alright, let's go hack the space drone. There is a heat wave out, which is okay. It's going to affect them too, but they might have heat resistant gear. I'd like to get this done, but I don't see us getting it done. It's a mech rave. Oh yeah, there's 0% chance that we are doing this. Maybe one guy on foot, maybe if he had a melee weapon and we kite him a little bit, but absolutely not a pikeman. Just take 4 components. Let the pikeman go on his way. Slow going without another pawn. Never gonna do that. Probably never gonna do that. I don't want to get persona cores. Part of quest rewards. For quest rewards, we probably we don't care about that or that. Honor's okay. Goodwill. I don't want goodwill from the other two though. They have to be stuff. So it's a little cooler indoors back here. All the way back with 4 doors is 3, but this is 35. That'll be fine. Your ideology is really important when you're talking about people joining too. Like no one's going to survive underground unless they're our ideology. Period. It's not going to happen. We had 800 before, and we have about 800 now. So this is about the plot that can sustain her. If we get another person, we would have to widen this out a bit. Well, everything's set up. We just need some more colonists now. I should clean this whole place up, though. If it's too dirty, we'll get sick, and that'll cause us to break sometimes. Probably not her, though. She's getting better now. Instructions at 6. I would have given her some passion in it, but I don't want to make it too broken. I kind of really want her specialized later on as the crack hand. The crack rat. Makes it sound like something different. Okay. Every point of you getting a skill raises your abilities considerably. There's a big difference between a 19 in construction and a 20. They finish the construction much faster at 20 than 19. Just like 1 versus 2 is giant. Even 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 are pretty big. We have a lot of Senkai team. Great, I'd like you to start merging these. Better. Oh, we got another wild man we might have to kill. Definitely have to kill. Yeah, very neurotic and too smart. Yeah, there are. Gourmet means he's gonna break constantly. I'm looking for a guy possibly to arrest too, and then convert. True, we only have 1 social skill now, but that's 1 more than we had before. It just takes longer to do things. We don't need a research project, we just need to keep smoothing this floor. If I try and build out too much at once, we won't get anything done. And we'll end up falling farther and farther behind with repairs and all the raids and infestations. But I keep things small for now. We can actually get them all done. Here's another opportunity, I think. Only 65%, but oh well. Are we back to very low expectations? No, we're at 24. Dang, we're so unlucky with that. We get wanderers half the time if we do well, so like 15% of the time we'll get a wanderer or something. But they'll will be of our ideology. That is the only way we can accept somebody. I've taken many people into colonies before that weren't of our ideology, and it ends up just destroying the entire colony. So, I can't believe this dev speed isn't faster. Let's turn adaptive mode on for a bit. We haven't actually used this in a while. I don't think I put adaptive mode on at all for these. But it hasn't actually been optimizing anything. Not 30 minutes or so. It's fine for us to kill 1 dromedary this way. Use 1 trap for it. As long as we're not using like 10 traps or things that give us no resources. At least we'll get some camel stuff here. And James is wearing a slave gimp outfit. James, pissed me off here. My food. I understand human revenge. Yeah, I don't even want to mess with it. Once I put a couple arrows into him and moving is down, I don't have to worry about it so much. Oh, no, don't get you. I would rather not take damage if I don't have to. I'm not sure why he avoids the traps when he's under human revenge. He's supposed to be more like a wild animal. Okay, there we go. Much less moving. She's better in the dark than outside. They get a penalty to hit in the light, but a bonus to hit in the dark. Good enough. Now that it is dark in here, you get a big bonus to hit. Much more likely to hit. Oops. All it takes is for us to roll bad on that chart. Alright, so let's finish hunting. The James. Alright, kid. You do not eat my food. And we've almost got all the floors smoothed here. I'm not going to worry about the floor here yet. We will later on. I want to get the walls. Just at least this main area done. Okay, so this is going to be the ritual and game room. This will be the kitchen and hospital. This will be, depending on what the roofing is going to be, will determine the makeup of these other rooms. These will definitely be living rooms. There. That kind of fit in very nicely. Might be the power room. Tends to get a little warmer in the power room, but that's okay. These things like volcanic winter will be able to do a non-stop later on. Because once we move the farming indoors, nothing affects us from the outside. Also, building furniture is going to help increase productivity because the rest multiplier gets increased. Right now, it's terrible on the ground. It's 80% of what we should be getting. Also, we should actually build a bedroll. I don't usually build bedrolls, but you know what? We have camel. We have human leather and camel hide. That. There's a little bedroll here. Right now. Okay, that'll be much better. That's a good bedroll, so now our rest effectiveness is much better. That means we need 20% less rest. 23%. The shivs are coming. This guy has awful stuff. Okay. Good job, friend. I brought a smoke leaf, though. That's very okay. Alright, we got ourselves a nice little bedroll. Active for 49 minutes, 45 minutes per new save. When you change your mod, okay. We'll be able to move that around. This optimizes the, so it automatically turns itself out. That's fine. This usually optimizes everything. Okay. I can't take it, man. All I can do. Can't take any of these guys who are in our faction. We could maybe see him. We need another guy. But there's no guarantee he's going to be what we need. And the fact he's not of our ideology makes it just so much worse. I can't do it. Good news is she's getting better and better at construction. So the smoothing the floors actually gives quite a bit of construction. So it's not bad. More chickens. Great. Well, we have pen space, but there's just not a lot of food here to support them. We'd have to like grow things to support the chickens, and that's not what I want to do. Now, slavers are something that we could really use. Buying a slave means that we know exactly what we're getting. We have any money. We have a lot of tea, though. It's possible we can afford one of these. 48. It's possible, maybe. I don't think so, though. Let's just see what's on offer. Psychopath, beautiful miner. That's not bad. Medic, fast learner, industrious is a really great combo for a crafter. That's a really good crafter. A really good crafter. A medic too. That would be a good pickup. Actually, what's her health though? Oh, that's a terrible pickup. No. Nothing really we would ever need anyway. Sometimes they have good stuff, but oftentimes they do not. I didn't even see if I could sell the chickens out there. Just got. We should probably do that. No, we cannot. Okay. The second I can sell those chickens out there to join, I'll be happy. Use 5 roosters. We will need to move this wood in fairly soon, I think. I'm going to move the wood inside. It's going to be very valuable later on. Alright, we've got all the floor smoothed. And work on the walls, and we need to get this rest of this mined out here. Some reserve steel. I would do this, and we could do this, honestly. But at the same time, we could also screw ourselves doing that. How many days is it? How many days of food do we have? I need the production. Is there an information tab for production is what I want to know. Apparently not. Do you know how much food we produce? I thought there was. Wealth of buildings, items, creatures. Just want to know if it's possible to do this. 14 days we have. Well, 38 days. We use about 40 food a day. I think we could do that. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll build a bunch more stuff. Go ahead and do that for this. That'll take care of this. We needed 2 advanced components for fabrication for later. Oh, this early stuff is all about getting things set up. Wow, already done that. This could be good. Jealous is not a terrible stance. Guy can't do anything. The medieval minstrels are the worst. The worst. Yeah, let's just let. It's not even worth going out to get. Alright, Charlie. Let's keep the bucket. I would mind out most of this. I want to get the rest of it. Yeah, she's resting a lot less now with this new bed. Bedroll helps out a lot. See, we want to make sure we trade with this merchant. Get a recurve bow. We get nothing. Oh, the slice cap. Sell that off, yeah. It's fine. Just get rid of some junk. Don't care what faction they're from. Quick sleeper, body modder, fast learner, plants guy, medic, intellectual. So this is a plants guy. This is a very big plus later on. This is good. That's great. That means that, well, this is better than having compassion. He's got a carcinoma. Stable. We can try and remove that a bit later. We have glitterwool medicine. I believe it affects the surgery stat also. I look at potency. Yeah, it increases the surgery value by 160%. So when we get a clean room and a bed, we can remove that. Let's capture him. What we'll do is we'll make a sleeping spot here. Set it to prisoners. Set these to close. Go ahead and capture this guy. And we'll start to convert him. It's only 13. The only problem I have is I don't have the moral guide. It's a bit harder to convert them without it. Okay, now that's closed. If we get raided, gonna be problematic. We could put him in here, actually. That's probably better off. For prisoners. Remove this. And we'll capture him. Stick him in here. Okay. And now this corridor is a little better off. We do need to close these off. Now. But we can open these up. Don't have a room really to put him anywhere. We put him in here there. He reserves our food whenever she needs it. We really have to. I need to put her on warden. Okay. Well, that was significant. That was 12%, so... Also, keeping him in the dark is probably pretty good. Really bad mood. We could just administer some, like 18. Administer. Like 18. Let's do that. We'll improve his mood a bit. We don't want him breaking, going berserk or anything. Not that he really can right now, but... That's a lot of negatives. A lot of negatives. Okay, you need to cook some, which means that we need to bring this meal count up to 6. Okay, we're going to take this also. Another complex that we can take now that we're low. They lock in there, so it'll be an easy complex later. That's right, the operation. Oh, we did it, okay. Crisis of belief is down to 40%. Accident. And he hit a trap. That's very nice. He's still okay. They will sometimes hit traps. If you place them in rooms with traps. Might not have been the smartest thing, but at least he didn't take any lasting damage. And frankly, he's hurt again, which is good for us. Oh, he must have broken into that trap. That's what happened. Let's see. Crisis of belief, that's what it is. So his crisis of belief caused him to do that, and they can't see the trap. Cool. It's good for me. Okay. Anyway, this guy can take over the plants, and he can research when he's not doing plants. That's about all I need him for. But the fact that he's a plant guy with quick sleeper and fast learner means that he's going to get a lot of work done. I could build another bedroll here. Let's do that here. Boy. Hey, what's up? What about that? What are you screaming for? You need a joop joop? Let's destruct that. Put them in there. A few items to trade. Sometimes these guys will take most anything. So I was hoping that I had the chickens around still. LMG is probably the worst thing in the game. I don't need much else. Which one? This one? No, this is a dude. I captured him. He's an enemy combatant. Oh, that's my son. Screaming. He likes to make this high-pitched little scream. He thinks it's fun. I don't think it's so fun, but he does. My little boy. Alright, let's see if we can get this deep fiesta done properly. We might get a wanderer here. This is a decent pickup. It's not super amazing. You can't really fight. Unforgettable. We didn't get a on. Yeah, that's my boy. He's almost 6 years old now. I relocated my family from Southeast Asia about 2 years ago. I married my wife finally. She deserves it though. She's a good girl. Finished my travels and came back here. Okay, this is a guy we can just rescue for faction. I mean, we're not going to keep that guy, but I'll just save him. Why not? I have the food to do it. I don't have the food to support 2 people long term, so we need to actually expand this out a bit. I don't want to put anything on any soil that isn't excellent soil. That should be enough there. Means we also have 3 people to feed. I'll make it up to 10 now. 10 meals available. I wonder if he has a problem with the human leather bedroll. Probably not. I think he's okay. Yeah, more human leather. I'd probably just bought another one. There we go. That should be more than enough now. Yeah, more food. Undergrounder and abrasive. Abrasive is something I don't want to have in the column. Alright, so he is now a deep one. Which means you're going to see all these mood penalties now go into buffs. Soon. Tense pain now, won't care about the environment. Rowdy apparel is tough, but we'll get through that. Time to start recruiting this guy. Let's go ahead and start. I was going to try and save. Maybe we could convert a guest. Not going to happen. As soon as we convert a guest. But now he's a deep one. Alright, note to self. Do not put these rooms in the same rooms as all the traps. I'm gonna have to make another room. This room I'm gonna have to make soon. Borders. We need to smooth all of this first. Not all of it actually. We need to not smooth this one here. We're gonna mine that. And we're gonna mine this later on too. Does save my food problem. He just saw the light too, a deep one. If you uninstall the beds and don't give them any beds, and they can leave, they will leave. Oh. No, you're not. It's Debbie's allergy medication. Because he has terrible, terrible allergies. The raid of Cobra. We need to open these doors again now. How many are coming? It looks like 2. 2 little dudes. Which means that our wealth is significantly higher now. We need to open these doors. Go back to sleep. She's probably gonna die. Yep. Let's see if we can save her. 6 hours? Yeah, we can save her definitely. Means we need to put this bed back in play. And then rescue her. I was hoping she got off the map, but not much I can do about it. Guys decide that they're going to attack. And they're going to attack. I mean, this is just easy faction. Do not need so many meals now. Back to 6, please. Hopefully this guy buys chickens. Right, wake up there, Gia. Don't think we need anything. Or human leather. Alright, festival time. This won't give us a pawn, I don't think, but this will give us faction. Slowly becoming better and better friends with Shira. Ah. So unlucky. These have a beauty of 1. So all the floors have a beauty of 2 now. And that is important. For their mood. The buff when he's in this room is considerable. When everything is smoothed out, you can survive drones, even high drones. Relatively little problems. I'm gonna get this stuff out of here that's ugly. And we want to clean this stuff. Make sure this room is very clean. I'd like to put the kitchen and the hospital together early. I separate them later, but they both need cleanliness. So. We're never going to do this one. I'm not doing where else. The whole title thing is a pain in the ass, frankly. A giant pain in the ass. We're down to 315 food. That's okay. We built all this extra food. So. Have to support 1 or 2 people. And this is enough for 2, barely. We're also dealing with volcanic winter. But not for very long. I knew we were going to be a little bit sore on the food. Because the growth rate is only 100% now. Those guys can betray you and kill you. She's not really a combat pawn. Despite being able to shoot. Her job. Hopefully she gets off the map this time. Or he gets off the map. Okay. Yeah, I could probably trim some of this down now. So, let's leave it there. Now 22. Nutrifungus takes a long time to grow. But it's easy to grow, and once we have it, we don't have to leave the base for a very long time. Alright, so the ash is settled now. Our food stores will be considerably higher. We don't need so much of this. Let's go and shrink some of this though. Back down to where we need it. It's about good right there. So all the wall is getting smooth now. We do need to smooth all this. I mean, it's all got to be smooth, but this needs to be smoothed. These two. And this also. And she'll get faster and faster the more time goes on. She's already at an 8 construction now. And you can see it's considerably faster, even faster than the 7. I think it's some sort of dynamic scale. It's based on the percentage of the last one. Not sure though. Sometimes they go to really weird places on the map. Like, I don't understand why you're over there. I'm not going out there. Right. Maybe because it's 2 different factions? It has to be. Shira? No, they're both Stera. Impact's about the most worthless thing I've seen. Anything. They will prepare for a while. I wish they would just attack. This guy's a shotgun. Happy days. I could use a shotgun. They're gonna attack. Yeah. I believe they didn't hit him. Hopefully they fight. He did not. This guy is going after him. He's also already messed up. Gonna hit another one. Cool. Let's go get that shotgun. It's a good shotgun too. Nice. It's better than a short bow we have. And it's in fantastic condition too. It's worth money. Transport crash. We can just keep getting faction here. She's not even that hurt. I mean, she'd probably walk again very, very shortly. This is going to start to be much faster now that she has an 8 in construction. The next room we get is this room. I can use it as a prisoner room too. We'll go with a slate door. Alright, let's check these visitors. Nothing to trade? Okay. Killing that rat. Gonna continue to give us these small events until we take another pawn. Take advantage of this as much as possible. Yeah. As long as his expectations are very low. Fine. Like doors are 45%. Doors are what? 100%. It is open pasture, but when we're talking about infestations, it's pretty important that we have metal doors or kind of slate doors. What is the marble doors? I wonder how much it is on that one. Well, at least you got 70 plants. That's pretty decent. Go ahead and harvest all this. We're just not harvesting it. It's just gonna rot if we don't. I don't really need a trade with any of these guys. Basic guys are worthless now. Toxic Fallout and Arrowway. Another dude that I don't even know what it's gonna be. You just can't do that at this difficulty. That could be something good. Lower psychopath. Or it might not be anything good. Cloth Parka. Thread pants are nice to have. Only 65%, and that's a long ways away. I don't think I can go out there. Forced weather. I don't want to take this until I get the other honor quest. Gives you like +8 honor to guard a Baroness from a rabbit. She could just turn and wreck. Up to 37 with the Imperium now. Just from members exiting. Let me grab a little snack. I'll be right back. Probably want to like the cycling team now. I don't want to build up too much wealth. I have a lot of stuff. Does not expire. I'm gonna not sow this in. I'll harvest the rest of this. I don't think I want to sow this sow anymore, but I do want to paint it. Unforgettable 20. Did well with it. Whoa. We're almost out. Make sure we have exits from that. We have to smooth everything so we can run power later. Don't, then we can't. Simple. With everything smoothed out, it's not a problem. This is a bit dirty though. It up. Slightly dirty. Now her skills, I think, affect her value as a pawn. 79% is her a final value. We are gaining a bit of colony wealth, but it's not much compared to the benefits we get out of it. She's already considerably better than she was when we started. Construction's now at 8, plants are at 7, cooking still at 5. It's about to go to 6. Just waiting for that one nice pawn to come in. Once it starts up, it's going to start up quite fast. Things will start rolling. Raids will come in quickly. There'll be a lot of trouble to deal with, so this initial setup is important. We have to get ahead a bit, but not too far ahead. Royal Tribute Collector shows up. Place clean. Failed their quest. If you're asking about the new system earlier, Amber, I think I know what you meant now. I have it on multi-stream chat, so I can not read some of the commands on Twitch. But basically, I don't have it connected because it became impossible to play at this difficulty. It's meant for other areas, other ways to play. When you have people calling things down and you're playing as a group, it's much different than trying to do a challenge at 500%. The raids disease is constant. We've doubled all the events, basically. I would have to change and use one of their storytellers, I think. I'll do another run after this. 500%. We'll do a toolkit run. and we'll configure the storyteller packs correctly for use with them, because they don't work properly, I don't think, with the standard storytellers as well. We're almost really done with this hallway room. Very nice. Once this gets done, we'll be okay. Nothing? We have a relatively small plot of land here. Wow, I think lightning hit one of our traps. That's weird. I could fill all this in. We're basically back in the mountain. This makes it just difficult. Toxic fallout. No. We have a good amount of food saved up. Rice won't grow very well. We don't need to go outside anymore. So, this is going to accelerate plans a bit. I'm going to go ahead and get now. At least the first food room up. Has to be done. This is a considerable amount of guys. And not a lot of value. It's too much. We should go ahead and just harvest all this for now. Get it in the base. We have enough food to survive. Yeah, we're not going outside again. Heat wave and toxic fallout. There's no telling we're going to be able to come outside. There's not going to be any food after these plants all rot. And now. Okay. So, okay, we're getting another raid. That's fine. 3 of them. Still not an issue. Alright, well those guys are dead. We need to get these weapons and their guns. And repair those traps. And most importantly, we need these guys for leather and food. Pour revolver. I think there was 2 revolvers there. 2 poor ones though. Okay. Right, no, we don't come out for a bit after we get these traps up. I'm gonna worry about the heat stroke. We're in dyers, we're fine. Alright. She's fine now that she's indoors. All the animals are gonna die. Okay. I do not care. I do not want the home zone to be in the square. Just getting it around. We're going to try and keep this farms as dirty as possible. We want to encourage the infestations to spawn in food rooms. We're going to have 2 food rooms because when we get fire, we'll be able to just incinerate everything inside, closing the door. 2 space blocks here. Yeah, starting to get a little bigger now. If this is an incendiary launcher, that is great for us. Hopefully this guy dies. He's not though. Alright, psychically dull and pyromaniac. Under no circumstances are we ever taking a pyromaniac. However, this guy has a flak vest and pants. Where did we get that? Dead. So let's take this shirt, pants, and this vest. This gun back. And this is why we stocked up a bit of steel earlier. Maybe we can move this stockpile over. I'll put it over here. Transport pot grass could be something good. Okay. A tough brawler. Hook. This is a really good combination for a fighter. And really quite rare. Especially when you got melee. Any health problems? This guy's a keeper. He can do some things. Is he gonna be alive long enough? 7 hours? Yeah. We can actually put him now in here. Go ahead and install this here. Yeah, it'll be a bit cramped, but you know what? Oh, for prisoners. I'm gonna go get your boy. This guy will work. Alright, we're definitely gonna need to close this door so he doesn't escape. And I think we're gonna use the auto pistol over the shotgun. Give a bit of distance down this corridor. You need to kind of mine these so I have some defensive areas. I'm done with this one though. That's good. We need to cook. I think we have to go back up down to 6. Hope you enjoy human meat there, Strick. Sect of Victory. Cannibalism, abhorrent, god of violence. The deities? Oh, okay. Know that. Embodied theist. There's just no way we do this one. Not worth enough. Looks like a neuroformer or something, sure. Stick. 7%. Okay. Just want to get a little alcove here that I can pop into to defend if I have to. We could sell some of these guns off. That means this is all overhead mount. That's good. Let's sell some of these guns off. We'll do that now. Yeah. Equal a knife, sure. We'll keep the pump shotgun. Actually, no. We won't. Okay. I'm gonna have to make a melee weapon for that guy. Assault rifle already? Wow. We're a good sniper. Black pants. Some things I would like to get. Or anything. Sell off that garbage. It pretty much is garbage. Oh, another raid. Hopefully they're attacking immediately right into this. That'd be really awesome. Yeah. So we have some guys that are save. He brought 50 uranium and a heavy SMG. Oh my goodness. Definitely want to get that heavy SMG. Let's put this in play here. And then... Wow. Now we're getting ready for both sides. It's on fire. Cargo pods. Vegetarian findings. I mean, it's okay. 2 heavy SMGs. Pretty good. That'll give us some faction. Okay, dude. I need to speak with? Stretch. You need to sell this guy after 500. I think he's too good, though. I mean, it's really hard to get a tough brawler. This combination you don't see very much. Gotta make sure and stay on top of the conversions. What's up, boy? Little Lego thingy? You build? Daddy? Wow.
This is a air.
It is?
It's dropped in the news.
It does?
Yes.
Goodness. Hey, the toxic fallout is over. So.
Warning. Banana 05.
It is? Sure it's Banana 05 or Bunsen 05?
Banana 05.
Heavy SMG is probably the best weapon in the game if you don't have great shooting skill. It's got good armor penetration, a decent range, fires fast. Nimble, kind, not as good as the other guy. Stick guy's good. And make sure you keep him fed. I'm spoiled in 6 hours, man. Starship janitor. Hey, the world needs janitors, man. Okay. You need to butcher this after you convert him. I have a lot to. Oh, one rotted. Damn it. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh, there we go. I meant to butcher instead of cook. I'm gonna keep this SMG for the next guy. Well, you better get to planting. Look at how much food left. Maybe down to 357. Ah, he's gone berserk. That's great. Because I didn't deliver him food. Well, okay. What's our melee? Oh, he's a sick melee guy. I have to shoot him. He doesn't die. The only good thing about SMG bullets is they don't do a ton of damage. I think I can just melee attack him now. He should be, his manipulation should be down low enough. Yeah. Yeah, we got a point of melee after that too. Alright, back to bed, kid. Oh, we know worse for wear. Just riddled with bullets. I left you food right there. You could have just ate it. Didn't have to be a dick. Now you've been shot many times. Like 50 cent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shots. Well, hey, come join our religion now. Slow going when you only have one social skill. These raids are super easy, and yeah, I don't even care. We don't have to. Here's what we do. Except for plasteel. Shuttle crashes. The shuttle loot's more important than anything else. We get like a component. We hope that they defend themselves. We don't do anything else. I have no intention of going over there. Yep. They have to survive for 4 hours. There's a small raid that comes. Sometimes they have enough to take care of it. Like, you guys have charge lances and plasma swords. I mean, it's like easy, right? Alright. Let's go save the other guy. Get some more faction out of this. Let's go save him. This is to be a bio-coded lance, but that's okay. Yeah, and there they go. Once he tends himself, he should get in the shuttle and go. Done. Okay, we got a plasteel. And then we also have the shuttle we can loot later. So let's just leave it there for now. Are you gonna heal her or what? And now when he exits the map, it'll be our good stuff for us. We didn't have to do anything there. Just call the shuttle down. Sometimes they can defend themselves, sometimes they can't. But 35 plasteel, we need 50 plasteel to build the microanalyzer. Okay, back to work there. Gaon. You guys almost ready to go. Down to 38%. All this mood stuff falls away soon. Mad iguana. Hit a trap. Yep. Hopefully this guy gets off the map. It'd be nice. Yeah, be very close to getting allies. Yeah, now we're allied. Well, apparently we got a lot of faction from that map. That one. Oh, we got 20 out of that guy. Cool. So now we're allied. So sometimes when we get attacked, they'll come to our aid, or we can call them if we have a communications beacon. But the main thing is sometimes, rarely, when we get attacked, they'll just drop in and assist us. Which can be a lifesaver. Okay, we don't really care about illness. We're going to self-tend this. In all honesty, doesn't matter so much because we're super immune. We're just going to beat just about any illness that hits us. I'm used to more illnesses hitting. Usually we have like 19 million illnesses by this time. Let's get you in that. There you go. This will improve his surgery factor and healing factor. Rest effectiveness. Okay, so another raid. I have 4 guys. Still not a problem. Starting to get more and more guys in here. I hope we're maybe we can. Getting involved in fights right now is bad. We don't have any flak armor. There's really a difference between whether we want to get involved in a fight or not. Moral Jubilee expected. Alright, I'll do it in the morning. I put these all on calendar times. It got too easy when I put them on doing everything I want. Couple days on these bodies. Unforgettable? Okay. Still no pawns, though. Unusual. Oh, I can make fine meals out of those. We'll do that until I have 5 of those or 6 of those. All meat. And we'll pause when we're satisfied. And we can assign these guys to, we're going to restrict them to fine meals. Check our flu. Yeah, that's the thing about being super immune. It's just beat any illness. Transport pod crash. We could up our faction even more. That seems fine. We'll do that. Every piece of faction we get lets us get more goodwill. Means we can call another raid. It takes like 25 faction to call a raid. So rescuing a guy almost gives you a full raid. Assistance at least. The other guy left the map. Did we get... Yeah, we did. We increased our relations with them too. So not only did we get the shuttle loot, the plasteel, and we got the faction from the guy getting downed. He should be a deep one very, very soon. Very, very soon. And these are done already. Okay, now he's a deep one, which means that he's not going to care about a lot of things here. Start recruiting him. We're out of rice, just in time. Okay, we need to expand the rice field again. It's time to remove that. Go ahead and use all this for rice for now. Okay. Okay, so this guy, he can do some intellectual. He'll be a good artist later, but in this brawling tough, he can also take over the cooking. That's important. He can do one major job, 2 major jobs. Grandpa has a habit of doing that, son. A likely story. And we're really low on steel also. I have to get the fungus rolling. We have to... It's going to be a point here very soon where we won't be able to really rely on the outside for any kind of food. So... we need to deliver him food now. Social level 2 now, great. Oh, this is going to be slow going until I get a bigger cell here. His low mood is bad. Okay, eventually I'll get him. It's going to take a while. It's worth it to get a pawn that is you're going to use. And he'll be a decent cook for a while. And then he'll turn into a combat pawn. Or maybe an artist, I'm not sure. Would have preferred this was marble. But oh well. Okay, now the fungus will allow us to not have to rely on any kind of outside food source. I think we should clean this up. Relive this meal. This cell is awful. We need to put a door on that. One here. This is a bit of a problem, but we'll solve it shortly. This gets planted. We're just barely staying ahead of what we need for food right now. Down to 9.8 now. Okay, the one thing we need to keep close is that incendiary. Oh, we didn't get the incendiary launch. That incendiary launch that guy had earlier would have been amazing. See this guy. Jealous. Good constructor, but no firefighting and jealous. Jealous I don't want to really fool around with. And we're gonna need to mess with her. Probably uninstall this too. Okay. Man, it's still going. Okay. Alright. We start all these blocks here. Clear out all the blocks and then we clear out this room. It's so nice when we don't have to deal with the plants or the cooking, I mean. Cooking is a major task. Gonna happen. Anybody here we really want? Doesn't really matter. We can't choose which ones we want. Whoever hits the traps is who we get. We are getting a little low on steel though. So after this raid we need to get some more steel. Okay, so this is the first time we've actually gotten through that. This is not an issue now. We have an SMG. They are going to set fire to the fields. Back in here. Okay. Oh, they brought us beer. That's nice enough. I don't want this guy or anything he has on him. This does mean that maybe that guy will. Definitely not. Put in more traps. This first corridor. Alright, we need more steel. Take it from there. Silver. We take it from up here. I don't want to deconstruct anything yet. these guys all butchered up. That's a big problem. Fuck me. Sometimes they hit traps. And this is why we need a second guy. It's very rare to hit a trap and rare for them to die from it immediately. It does happen though. And that's it. She's fucking dead. I'm really odd that we didn't get a single columnist from all the rituals. Usually we get several. That's the end of the run. Go take a nap. I'll try again later. Peace out, yo. Bad.